understanding is that since it won't be deeded over to us for any sort of maintenance, that y'all will be responsible for it. Okay.
But tell us why this helps you.
That's a really good question. The budget for the pond and the road, and I did get, 3 to 5 estimates, this was in the fall of 2021, and also again when I sent out for rebid, right, because civil engineer took a little bit, for rebid, we were still within the guidelines. What does that mean specifically? We had $155,000 to $175,000 set aside for the road and the pond. $155,000 to $175,000, right? Let's remember those numbers. Just to do the road, okay? We've gotten bids back of $279,000, $275,000, $289,000. Just to do the pond, $60,000, $84,000, and there's one more, and I don't remember the other one. So to do the pond and the road now, we're well over $300,000. I can't go back to my bank and ask for an additional $150,000 to $175,000 because they're not going to lend it to me. It's just the truth. So what I'm asking is the opportunity. I will take responsibility for the pond. I will maintain it, and we'll still fence it in, of course. Going to definitely fence it in, but we will. And actually, I'll have to talk to Director Smith about that because I think I just lied to you. I don't know if we can do that, and then I don't know how that's going to work with concrete operations. I may have to put a temporary fence around it. Actually, I will absolutely concrete the pond over. I just, as honest as I can be, I can't afford it right now. Your street is over. It's over $60,000 more than I thought it was going to be. Just the street.
But selling the homes allows to generate revenue to then pond.
But the 10 building permits, that's just to get started building them, right? Are you able to sell them before you build them?
That's what we are working on right now. I met with Marvin. We've got everything I think we need almost to start pre-sale. Unfortunately, the market has taken a shift and has slowed down, softened quite a bit. So we will start those pre-sales once I have the final house numbers.
But how does the building permit?
Okay, because our original agreement was, Juan and Heather, you will not get a building permit. In other words, you can't start building homes until you turn over to the city, and the city approves all of the sites, including the road, the site, and the whole thing. What I'm telling you guys is, it's more than, if you take the pond and the street together, it's north of $325,000 easily. When initially the budget for that was $155,000 to $175,000, right? So the only way for me to be able to pay, I can afford to pay for the road. I can't, but I can't afford to pay for the road and the pond. Like it just, I can't do it. So what I'm asking is the opportunity to build homes, sell homes, and then take that revenue and put it into building the pond.
So, and that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yes.
Is the timeline we're talking, like between the 10th building permit and then you coming in for the 11th. That's when it's going to happen by, right?
Oh, no, for sure, yeah. So I am not allowed to come in here and ask for the 11th building permit until the pond is finished.
Right.
So and approved by the city.
Right, so from when you start building permit number 1,
yes.
What's the estimated timeline for building permit number 11?
I mean, I'm going to probably like, no. So we're going to start out with, we're going to pour 4 foundations. I mean, let's just assume maybe half of them fly out. Then I'll build another 4, so that gets us to 8. Hang on, just hang on, okay? Okay, so let's say we start getting permits October. October. So in 3 months, 4 months to build a house. So November, December, January, February. So February, March, April, May, June. So, but I mean, there's going to be overlap. I would say by next year of October, right? So in 1 year, we should be well north of 10, well north of 10. Let's say May.
So, we close and funds are available the day that the CO is issued. So, the quicker we can get them built, the quicker we can get them sold, the quicker the revenue is going to generate.
Right. So the reason the stipulation is there is obviously to protect the city.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, we don't know what the future holds. We've been working with you guys, as you know.
Yes.
But, something catastrophic happens, 9/11 or something, who knows what. and you don't come back for permits 11 through 20, you know, and the project comes to a standstill. You know, you've sold those 10. Where does that leave us with, you know, the soil-sided? It'll still work?
It'll still operate and work, and it'll still be under their responsibility.
Well, I know, but let's just say they go belly up.
That's worst case.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah, it's still gonna work.
So we will not be that bad off, I mean, we're not where we wanna be, but
No,
we've got a functional drain, we can drive those 10 homes.
So the biggest reason why the system doesn't work, and the director can correct me if I'm wrong, the number one reason why the system doesn't work is because you don't have a road. Because the road is meant to carry the water to the system. Right now, we're actually blocking the water and the silt away from the system. I am, it's the truth, because I can't afford to get all this silt into over 235 linear feet of stormwater. I can't afford that, because then you can't clean it. It's so difficult to do. So by pouring the road, now you're able to feed the water into the system, right? And the more homes that I build, the cleaner the water is that gets actually into the system. Because you've got all of the surrounding, soil and stuff that will, that'll act as a filter. One more thing, I'm sorry, there's one more thing. So as soon as the road gets put in, go take a picture of it tomorrow, and then wait till the road gets put in, and then take a picture of it. You're gonna see 1,100 linear feet of silt fence that's gonna literally go all the way around the road, and as we're building homes, part of the silt system is being removed, because that's gonna be a home with vegetation around it, right? Then you build another 3 or 4, you remove, if it's 200 linear feet of silt fence, new vegetation, boom, you keep going. That's how you protect your system and keep the system functioning. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. But I can't get there until I pour the road.
Right.
And as I discussed about the silt fence, and the silt fence does hold the water back, let that soil fall out, otherwise that pipe would be full of mud, and then he would be responsible to clean it. And as you can tell, he does not want any extra expense, so he maintains that silt fence himself.
Sure.
Yeah, this is right.
So everybody needs the road?
Yes.
Everybody, yeah.
At this point in the junction of the road is
So
critical.
does staff have a recommendation for us in this request?
Staff, as far as Director of Public Works staff, it's still the control mechanism is the building permits, as we discussed. The ordinance states that it has to be finished before the subdivision. As Marvin said, the utilities are finished, the stormwater is in place, it's just the pond that requires the final. And the water has been tested, and they're actually using the water system. They moved their bulk meter to the very end and using the fire hose on that. So all the services, everything is in place, ready to go, ready to hook up homes. The storm service has been inspected already. The sewer system has been inspected also. I haven't received all the documents in, but I do know the gentleman that he used for that, with inspections, and I'll have good documents to prove all that. Staff, far as that, I still have that control mechanism of the remaining permits. But once again, as your ordinance says,
Right, we have to change it, but it sounds like you're saying we're not taking undue risk by allowing this modification, in your opinion, or?
in my opinion.
He's putting a concrete base down.
Yes, he'll put a concrete.
Well, that was one of the options, was a concrete base and a grass side. It's really not what we want. That's not the final deal we have made. But we do have a final agreement.
But another thing about this development is, it is a planned development, which Marvin can speak on that, to where you can make changes in the development and rules as you see fit.
Did you not approve it, and with the timetable, he says October, for the 10 homes, but if you approve it and say that maybe he doesn't sell the 10 by then, well, let's hope he does, but I think putting a timetable on there, regardless of whether he sold it or not, has to be done by this date. We got to put a revisit on.
You were going to revisit where it's after he does 5, let's revisit whether to give an extension. Because that would tell you closer to how much longer it's going to be before you hit.
Well, but I don't know, I mean, to me, as far